Hey, everybody, this is Rob from the podcast Beck Did It Better. Beck Did It Better is a podcast where we're looking at the Rolling Stone top 500 albums of all time. We're looking at each episode as one album. We look at the album, we talk about it, but we also we get off track quite a bit. This is a little clip I wanted to show you. It's about 5 minutes. It's from the third episode we have about Beach Boys' Pet Sounds. It also involves, for some reason, wife swapping. So this is part of the episode I thought was very funny. My wife did not. If you're interested in this, you want to hear more, you can go and subscribe wherever podcasts are. You can also go to our website at beckdiditbetter.podbean.com or follow us at Beck Did It Better on both Twitter and Instagram. Also, feel free to call in to the Beck line, 802-277-BECK. If you want to say something, complain, or ask for dating advice, feel free to call in. We'll play the clip on the air. And we will talk about it. You better do it now before we get too big. Enjoy this clip of Beck Did It Better.
When you want to hear about the greatest albums of all time, but you're just too lazy to look it up online. If you want to hear four guys who chat and then they get off track, I've got the perfect podcast for you, Jack. Beck Did It Better.
This reminds me more of Beach Boys I'm used to, though.
You know, I agree,
surfing,
Rob.
go to the beach in my hot rod, now.
This is not the Beach Boys I'm used to either. None of these songs on this album, is there one song about the beach?
No.
It's false advertising, right?
Yep.
And really, in the pandemic world, a lot of us are missing trips to the beach.
Oh.
But for those of you who are living in the Midwest and don't want to take a flight to the coast to see Aaron out in Oakland, you still need that beach time.
But Russ, what can we do about that? There can't be anywhere we can go where we could find a beach that we could relax on.
There is actually, Rob. It's great you asked that. I want to recommend that you take your family trip to Coles Resort on Big Turtle Lake in Bemidji, Minnesota. Coles Resort is one of Minnesota's historic resorts and has been providing families with the chance to make a lifetime of memories since the 1960s. Coles Resort has 20 cabins, and guess what, Rob? They have air conditioning in every single one of them for you.
Oh,
that's big.
Now, what are some of your guys' favorite things to do at the beach? Aaron, when you go to the beach, what do you love to do?
I love to paddleboard.
You know what, Aaron? If you were to go to Coles, you don't even have to pack your paddleboard. They have free paddleboards for you to use up there at the beach. Matt, what do you like to do at the beach?
Well, I'm not really a sand guy. I really like to kind of hang out on like a pontoon or a boat and just get out on the water.
Matt, Coles Resort up at Bemidji, Minnesota has boats and pontoons for your rental, all sorts of them for you. You don't even need to hook up your trailer. You just go up there and they'll help you out. Rob, what do you love to do at the beach?
I like to wife swap. And just this week only, if you're at Coles Resort and you say you're there for the wife swap, they'll give you 30% off. That's 30% off. Go up to the desk and say, I'm here for the wife swap.
Rob, I also know that you love to be outside at the beach, but you don't want to get sunburned. For those of you who sunburn easily, they've got an indoor pool. And for those of you who can't stand your kids and need to get away for a few hours, you can stop in at Liar's Lounge Bar and Restaurant for a drink.
Liar's Lounge.
So when you get done listening to this album,
wave swap in there.
When you get done listening to this album, and you need some beach time, and you need to get away from that wife swap, which you can't handle the second one either, reserve your cabin at Coles Resort in Bemidji, Minnesota. That's KOHLS Resort, and tell the owners that Beck did it better. I'm sure the owners will be thrilled with the wife swap portion of this advertisement.
Beck did it better, and I'm here for the wife swap.
If they have somebody come up to them and say wife swap and they want a discount, we officially have the most successful podcast of all time.
Right.
My life goal, I don't care if my kids start smoking meth and never go to college. If somebody goes to Coles Resort and goes up to the thing and says, I'm here for the wife swap, I will feel like my life has been worth it. Everything I've done has been leading up to that moment. Can you imagine? Russ is scooping ice cream and drinking 100 beers or whatever you did the other week when you were up there. And somebody comes in and goes, I'm here for the wife swap. And Russ just immediately texts us.
Yes. He just knows.
I'm sure the owner would have no problem clicking on a button on that laptop of his and saying, oh, we'll definitely give you that 12% discount for the wife swap.
Yeah. Oh, that's cabin 9. All right. I just wasn't made for these times.
Touchy feely Brian Wilson.
I do love this song though, and it doesn't seem like it's that popular on the Amazon streaming.
Aaron and Matt, one thing you guys were talking about earlier is how like this is kind of more cutting open a vein or getting personal than maybe a Beatles album. And I think you're right. If you're it's like he's just looking for a place to fit in. He's looking for where he belongs, right? And aren't we all kind of looking for that to some extent?
Yeah, and I think the Beatles probably wrote about that, but not so directly the way Brian Wilson was willing to say, like, sometimes I feel very sad, which like is the literal most human emotion you could like communicate. And like the Beatles would always like talk their way around it, but Brian was like, I'm just going to say it.
Can you imagine a band like Kiss or like Motley Crue writing a song like this where they're like, sometimes I get sad, don't know what to do.
I would like to hear Motley Crue cover it. I'd love to hear Motley Crue cover this.
So good. All right. We should talk about Motley Crue in one of these episodes. All right. Next one. Pet Sounds. Is this the worst title track of any album in the top 10? Or ever? Hello.
This sounds like one of those like surf music instrumentals, right? With a...
It is an instrumental.
This was the one I talked about earlier where there are 22 instruments, 52 musicians on this song.
Wow.
Oh, well.
I don't even know 52 people that would want to talk to me, let alone that would play instruments in a small room with me.
Well, you could hire
We
them.
haven't released this podcast yet.
You could hire 52 people to do anything.
Exactly.
We
That's what
definitely
Brian
can
Wilson
once we get that sponsorship money from Cole's Resort up in Bemidji, Minnesota.
We'll be paying out so much in discounts, though.
Right? God dang wife swap.
Russ, everybody's up here swapping wives. I'm broke.
Cabin 1, cabin 4, cabin 5, cabin 12, the upper level of the big cabin, the lower level of the big cabin. It's just constant wife swapping. I'm not making any money.
I put cabin 5 with cabin 7. Turns out they're actually married. I'm going to wife swap.
Now they're mad at me, too.
Yeah.
The people rowing the canoe, the people using the kayaks, they're all swapping. I'm not making any money.
When you want to hear about the greatest albums of all time, but you're just too lazy to look it up online. If you want to hear four guys who chat and then they get off track, I've got the perfect podcast for you, Jack. Beck did it better.